I just feel as a YouTuber, you just kind of got to put that disclaimer here, so I'm not a doctor. These are my personal views and opinions. I fainted. It really hurt. No fucking way. Like, I am not putting it in my body. I remember I went home, I ripped off my birth control patch. If my family is watching this video and it makes them uncomfortable, like, maybe they should click off because I don't know where else this is going at this point. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Zobember, when I post 30 videos in 30 days. And today is Day in the Life Friday, so this is going to be a vlog style video, except today I'm actually going to get my IUD removed very shortly. Gonna need to call an Uber like ASAP. I'm going to get my IUD removed. So IUD is a form of birth control. I actually have the copper IUD and I've had this one in for maybe 4.5 years, and I'm going to get it taken out today. So I thought I would just kind of share that experience with you guys if you are curious. I know I've never really spoken about birth control or really dove deep into women's health on my channel. So I actually asked you guys on Instagram yesterday to ask me some questions. So I got some really good questions. I'm going to be answering them. But first I thought I'd take you along to this appointment. I'm not sure I'm allowed to film inside or anything like that. But I just want to share with you the experience because I know for me personally, getting the IUD put in, it hurt. I fainted. I've gotten 2, and yeah, I'm getting it taken out today and I'm not getting a new one put in. So we're gonna chat birth control and all that stuff. But yeah, for now I'm just gonna tidy up. I just finished filming part of the decluttering Tuesday video, so I'm just gonna clean up the ring light and then we're gonna head out. Oh my god, you guys! It's snowing! I have to show you. This is like the first snowfall. I don't know if it's gonna stick or anything, but oh my gosh. I actually don't even know if the camera will pick it up, but it's snowing. It's snowing. Oh my gosh. I always get so excited like the first snowfalls or just when it snows in general. It's so cozy. Wow. So cool. We got to share this moment together. Of course, toque and puffer coat, super puff coat today because it's snowing. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I really love snow. I love the cozy feeling. I hope it sticks. Like, we all have to stay inside anyways, so it's just gonna make it all the more festive and just cozy, comfy, warm for all of us. So yeah, what's going on? I have been distracting enough, haven't I?
In 300 meters, turn right at John Street.
Okay, kind of hilarious. It's not snowing anywhere else in the city. It's like bright blue skies like I showed you. I'm in Little Italy right now. I actually don't know where I'm going and it's really windy, so I'll put the camera away and figure this out. Okay, I'm leaving now. I don't know, it didn't really hurt, but it cramped. So we'll talk more about this and why I decided to do this when I get home. I'm gonna make a tea and then I'll sit down and I will answer some of your guys' questions. The appointment was super fast. I just wanna tell you, like, the appointment was literally like 5 minutes long. And she asked me why I'm getting it removed, because with the IUD, they can last a long time. You can have them in your body, I think, for like 10 years or over 10 years. And I had the copper one, like I told you guys. So there's 2 different types of IUDs. One has hormones and one doesn't. The copper one doesn't. I will talk to you all about hormones in our little Q&A. But yeah, she was like, why are you getting it removed? And I'm like, well, I'm very particular about what I put in my body. And I just didn't want anything foreign in there. And I'm not in a relationship. And she's like, she kind of tried to talk me out of it, out of getting it removed. She's like, well, you don't know when you're gonna be in a relationship again. And like, I'm like, yeah, I know, but I also don't want anything foreign in my body. Like, even when I get into a relationship in the future and I decide that I want to be intimate with someone, I don't want the IUD. I don't know why, but I was in meditation last week and I just had this impulse, and when the impulses come through like intuitively, even if I can't make logical sense of them, I honor them and things just always work out for me in my favor. even if I can't. I lead with my intuition first. I've told you guys more and more, I just live by my intuition now. So I was meditating and I just had this impulse, like, get your IUD removed. And I was like, okay, sure. When I get intuitive nudges or intuitive impulses like these, they're almost like knocking at me until I acknowledge them. Like I was like, okay, I'll get it removed. I'll look and see. And it didn't stop coming in until I went to my computer and figured out like the place that I was going to go to, which was the Immigrant Women's Health Center. It was like over in Little Italy. Anyone in Toronto, like anyone can go to it, but they do give preference to people who are immigrants or refugees. And I went there because they had the highest rating and they answered my phone call. They were really nice. It was super easy, super fast. So like that's how sunny it is now, you guys. We'll go outside just to see. Wow. P.S. I winterized my balcony, so got that on Amazon. I have one plant left. The water is boiling for the tea, but I thought I would just get started because I just love you guys and it's sunny now. I'm just as excited about sun as I am about snow, so it's all good. A few of you asked what birth control I'm on or what birth control I use, and so I just thought I would tell you a little bit about my journey when it comes to birth control and what that's looked like for me personally, especially because I didn't have a mom to like ask about these types of things, which is why I wanted to make this video for you guys today, because I know that anyone can watch YouTube now and it's like a big thing, but when I was a preteen, when I was a teenager, there wasn't YouTube. So in this way, I'm giving back to all of you who might have questions, and I told you on Instagram that anything that I will answer will remain anonymous, so don't worry about that. So a few of you have asked about which birth control method I use. So when I first started taking birth control, I was in high school, and I started off by trying out the pill. I remember I tried 2 or 3 different pills, and they made me super nauseous. And as you guys know, puking is one of my #1 fears, or the fear. So I didn't even like finish them. I took them for like a day or 2 each, and I got rid of them. And I got them at this youth health center. I went with my friend one day after school. It was like a secret. It's so unfortunate how kind of taboo this stuff is, especially when you're a teenager and you're trying to navigate things. So yeah, me and my friend went to this health center and got birth control. The pill didn't work for me, and then I decided to try the birth control patch. So the birth control patch kind of looks like a Band-Aid, skin colored square Band-Aid when I took it. This was literally when I was probably 15. So this is over 10 years ago. I'm dating myself right now, so over 10 years ago. And I was on the birth control patch, which I would change once a week, and then on the week that I would get my period, I would take the patch off. And it looked like a skin color Band-Aid. I would just like stick it on my bum or like on my side. There was like a couple different places I could put it, but I generally put it on my bottom so that no one could see it. That didn't give me any headaches, didn't give me any nausea. I was actually on the birth control patch for many years until university. And in university, I was in this class and it was all about the history of women's health. And there was this large section on birth control. I was also in the time studying nutrition because I did a major in kinesiology, so there was like nutrition and wellness classes. And I was starting to get curious, more curious about like plant-based diets, and of course I was pescatarian at this time, so I've always been super conscious about what I put into my body. And I remember we learned that, of course, birth control is new. Sorry, my memory card's gonna die, one sec. And we're back with tea. Sorry, November probs is that my memory card keeps running out of space because there's just a lot and I need to declutter them too. Birth control is fairly new. Birth control wasn't invented that long ago, and thus a lot of long-term studies have not been done on birth control. Oh, actually stop, pause. I need to put a disclaimer in here. I just feel as a YouTuber, you just kind of gotta put that disclaimer here, so I'm not a doctor. These are my personal views and opinions. Okay, back to it. So I was very conscious about what I'm putting in my body, and I just started to feel resistance. Like, why am I doing this? There's got to be another option for me other than hormones. And while I was diving into hormones and learning about women's health in school, I realized and learned that the hormones used in birth control were actually from baby cows. So the estrogen used to trick the body into thinking that it's pregnant to some extent to not have your period is actually from baby cows. So what they would do, and certain studies that I looked into where these companies get estrogen, is that they torture baby cows, because when baby cows get scared, they'll produce a lot of estrogen in their system, and then that's what's extracted and put into birth control. And I was like, no fucking way. Like, I am not putting that in my body. I remember I went home, I ripped off my birth control patch, and me and my boyfriend had a discussion about what I was going to get instead, or, you know, what we were going to do instead. And I did some research and I decided to get the copper IUD. So the copper IUD was the option that didn't have any hormones, and it's a small little device that they put into your uterus, and it blocks your eggs from falling down into your uterus, so can stop pregnancy to an extent, whatever the statistics are. I don't know, because I'm not a doctor. And so I ended up deciding, like, yes, I'm gonna get the IUD. When I got that first IUD put in, I fainted. It really hurt. I bled for a long time, and I bled a lot. So it was quite the experience. I would suggest, if anyone out there is thinking about getting an IUD, based on my personal experience, I would say book like a few days off of work or school, because you will be cramping, you will be bleeding, and just take care of your body, right? If you're going to do something like that, take care of your body. And yeah, had that IUD in there for a long time, and I got it replaced about 3.5, 4 years ago, like I said, with another copper IUD. I don't believe I had to get it replaced, but I just felt like, okay, we're, you know, 5, 6 years into this one IUD, let's get a change just in case. I just felt like I wanted, I don't know, a checkup, I guess. I just like to play it super safe. So that's been my journey. And then, as you guys know, I just told you today I got my copper IUD removed, and I don't plan on getting another one. I don't believe that I want to put anything like foreign like that into my body. I have not looked into other forms of birth control. A few of you had asked that if you don't want to take hormones, what other methods are. And to be honest, you guys, I don't know. I've heard a couple other YouTubers mention things here and there, so I know that there's videos on the internet, but I'm not the best person to answer that question. When it comes time for me, like when I'm in a relationship again and I decide that I want to be intimate with someone, then I'll research, and if I feel comfortable, I'll make a video on it for you, just to like help you guys out or share. And if any, that being said, if any of you guys know of any non-hormonal forms of birth control, or just like what other options there are out there, just let me know. I mean, I don't plan on being intimate with anyone until I'm in a relationship, so that's just how I roll. Now let's get into the other questions. So now you guys know the story of my birth control journey. And yeah, like, I don't know, I do feel really good about not having anything foreign in my body right now. I don't know, intuition told me to. So other questions we have. I've had my IUD in for approximately 15 years and I'm afraid to remove it. Will my hormones be crazy? In my experience, when I got off hormones, like when I took off my birth control patch, I felt a lot better. I also just felt very good about having a natural cycle, a natural menstrual cycle. I'm naturally synced up with the moons. I just trust my body. Like, it allowed me to be more intuitive with my body, understanding like, oh, my period is arriving, or I have my period right now. I just got more in tune with my cycles. And if you're looking for anything to balance hormones, I know that reishi mushroom is very powerful. Like, if you want to take that, I take it in a tincture form right now, but you can take supplements for reishi, and also you can take a woman's womb tea. I've shared this with you guys on YouTube. It's actually in an Instagram story highlight if you want to see the herbal teas that I make on a somewhat daily basis. But if you mix raspberry leaf, nettle, and red clover together, and you create a tea and just drink that like throughout the day like water, that's very good for the womb, very good for balancing the hormones. And I wouldn't worry about them being crazy because they're yours. Like, it might you might feel a bit weird getting off of them for a month or so, but I think that you'll be much more content with your natural cycle, the natural flow of your body. Yeah, there's a few questions about you guys asking me about tracking your cycle so you don't have to be on the pill. I'm sorry, I don't know, but I would love to educate myself on this. So someone asks, I'm scared of being intimate because of a sexual assault that happened when I was younger. I think this is a lot more common than people realize. Fortunately, I've never been sexually assaulted, but I know that it's a lot more common. And if anyone out there is listening and has the same kind of fear of intimacy based on having traumatic experiences in the past, I would definitely say seek out therapy or a sex and relationship coach, because they can definitely help you transform the energy that you have around sex and intimacy. So like what I mean by transform the energy is that if you feel fearful about having sex, but like you might want to, or you're in a relationship with someone and you want to be intimate, but you're noticing resistance show up in some way, coaches can transform that energy for you, and or a therapist can help you heal the past to a deeper extent. So I would definitely say reach out. Like, we all are human beings, we all have our own personal work to do. I'm doing a lot of work right now as I told you guys, so just be ready to heal, and the right people, like the right therapist, the right coach, will make their way to you, or it will become prevalent. But I would say do that for yourself. Yeah. What are your feelings about religious expectations around sex? For example, sex before marriage. So yeah, I mean, what I believe is like everyone has their own body and they can do whatever they want with their own body, and I just hope that everyone feels empowered by their choices. So I have never been married, I am not married right now, but I have had sex before. I feel like if my family is watching this video and it makes them uncomfortable, like maybe they should click off, because I don't know where else this is going at this point. Anyways, yeah, so I think like whatever, if you want to save yourself for marriage, that's a beautiful thing, and that's a beautiful experience for you. And if you feel comfortable and you want to share your body with someone, if you want to be intimate with someone, it's your body and it's your decision. Like I really have no judgments, nothing like that. It's your body. Everyone has their own body, and I just hope that every person out there, when they're going to be intimate with someone, going to share themselves with someone in that way, that they feel empowered. So that's just, yeah, whatever makes you happy. What is a good way to make sure your hormones are balanced? So like I suggested reishi mushroom or like a womb tea if you are going the natural route. If you are taking hormonal birth control and you don't feel balanced, then maybe seek out your doctor or someone knowledgeable to maybe help you find a better match for yourself if you do desire to be on the hormones. And then someone again asked, do you find that hormonal birth control messes up your digestion and or appetite? So like, it's been a long time. It's been like around a decade since I was on any type of hormones, and I can just tell you my life got so much better when I got off of them. So much better when I got off of them. Like, it's your body, you're all entitled to do your own things with them, but what I would say to you guys is that some effects that I noticed when I got the IUD was that I naturally just lost a lot of weight that I had gained from going on birth control, because if you think about it, they're extracting these hormones from baby cows, so they're not, it's not human what you're putting into your body, it's meant for an animal. So yeah, sorry, I know this topic, people may have different opinions, but these are just my personal opinions and my personal experience. I also noticed like my skin became better, I just felt better, I didn't feel moody, I didn't feel sad, I didn't feel anything, even though the birth control patch was like the best hormonal match for me at the time. I feel like I just felt significantly better when I got off of it. I felt like I also didn't have crazy cravings, and I naturally just became more in tune with my body. Like I'm telling you guys, it's one of the most beautiful gifts, I would say, getting more in tune with my body, because now I'm at this point where I trust myself. I eat whatever I want to eat. I eat a plant-based diet. I eat whatever I want to eat, and I work out, and there's no guilt. I truly, truly love my body, and it's been such a beautiful relationship, and it's a hard relationship to build if you've ever struggled with issues with food or eating in the past, but I think that, you know, getting off of hormones and getting to know your natural hormones, your natural state was a huge part of that journey for me, of that self-love journey, of really understanding my body, understanding what feels good in my body. And, you know, one step leads to another. I feel like getting off birth control was probably part of that breadcrumb trail, bridge of incidents to me becoming vegan, because I understand myself. I like communicate with myself. And the more that we do that, the more that we love ourselves. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that it helped some of you out there. I hope that it granted you some guidance, answered any questions for you. I'm happy to answer any more if you have questions in the comments. If there's like enough questions, then I'll make another one. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me today, and yeah, hope that you enjoyed this. Bye.